There are two versions of wealth. The version you see on Instagram, cars, watches, mansions, the whole loud thing. And the version ultra-wealthy families actually live by, quietly, in rooms you and I have never been in. 7 unspoken rules, not conspiracy, just the operating manual, never taught in school, never posted online, never sold as a course. And every one of them scales down to something a broke 25-year-old can start doing this month. By the end of this, you'll have all 7 rules and the scaled-down version of each one you can run this week. This isn't about pretending to be rich. It's about learning how the actually rich think, so you can start playing the same game at your scale, right now, from wherever you're starting. Rule 1. Own, don't earn. This is the whole game in 4 words. Everybody teaches you to work hard for a paycheck. Almost nobody teaches you that the paycheck is a spending instrument, not a wealth instrument. Ultra-wealthy families do not build wealth through salaries. They build it through ownership. A share of a business, a share of an index fund, a rental property, a book of clients, something that pays them whether they show up or not. The salary buys the groceries. The ownership buys the future. When you separate those two categories cleanly in your head, everything downstream gets easier. Every dollar of income has a job. And the wealth job goes to ownership. Always, no exceptions. Scaled down for you, your first $100 in a broad, low-cost index fund, is running the exact same math as their first 100,000. Same asset, same compounding, different scale. The rule doesn't care about the size of the entry. Start. Rule 2. Borrow, don't sell. When ultra-wealthy families need cash, they usually don't sell the thing that's paying them. They borrow against it. Structures like portfolio credit lines and margin arrangements exist for exactly this reason. The asset keeps compounding. The cash still shows up, and a taxable event, if there is one, gets pushed out or reshaped by whatever specific structure they're using. I am not going to explain how the specific structures work. That's a conversation for you and a real professional if you ever have enough assets to need it. What I am telling you is that this pattern exists. Wealth doesn't get sold to live on. Wealth gets held, and cash gets borrowed against it. Scaled down for you. Keep your credit card at 0. That is not just a debt tip. It's the same principle at your scale. Your credit is an asset. Guard it, protect it, keep it clean, so it's available the day a real opportunity actually shows up. Now, here's the piece. Nobody says out loud about these first 2 rules. They aren't secret in the sense of hidden. They are printed in every finance book that no young man ever finishes reading. The reason they don't spread is different, and we'll land on it in the payoff. Keep going. Rule 3. Buy silence. Ultra-wealthy families do not tell you they're wealthy. They will let you assume the opposite. Old car. Modest neighborhood. Nothing branded. Nothing announced. There is a whole layer of people you have gone to school with, worked next to, sat behind at a coffee shop, who have 3, 10, 50 times the wealth of the loud guy you envy on your phone. And you have no idea. They buy privacy on purpose. It reduces attention. It reduces requests. It reduces jealousy. It reduces the whole tax on being visible. Scaled down for you. Stop announcing your wins. Stop shopping to be seen. Stop performing your progress online. Every time you skip the flex, you keep the money and you build the quiet habit that carries you through the years where nothing looks like it's working from the outside. Invisibility is a feature, not a bug. Rule 4. Think in generations. The average person plans in months. Wealthy families plan in generations, Ray. 3 of them at once. What am I doing today? What am I setting up for my kids? What am I setting up for grandchildren I have not met yet? Structures like trusts and estate plans exist because of this longer horizon, not to hide money, to sequence it. Again, I am not walking you through legal structures. You would need a real professional for anything specific. The insight is the horizon itself. When your default decision window is 30 years instead of 30 days, almost every wealth question answers itself on its own. Scale down for you. Make one 30-year decision this month, not a 30-day one. Open the account you are going to open. Sign up for the health insurance you are going to sign up for. Start the habit you are going to start next quarter. One 30-year decision this month. That's it. If you're 23 and listening to this in your car, thinking, this all sounds nice, but I have no assets, the last 3 rules cost you nothing to start today. Pay attention. Rule 5. Buy time with money. This one is the exact reversal of what almost every broke guy does. Broke guys sell their time for money. Hours for dollars, weekends for dollars, health for dollars. Wealthy people from a certain scale up do the opposite. They spend money to buy back their time, the direct flight, the person who mows the lawn, the dry cleaner, the assistant, the person who does the taxes. Every one of those is a swap, dollars, which they can make more of, for time, which nobody can make more of, scaled down for you. You don't need an assistant. You need to notice one small daily thing where you're spending an hour to save $5 an hour and stop. Save the hour. And the next time you have 20 extra bucks, put it toward a time saver instead of a t-shirt with a logo on it. Every time. That's the muscle. Rule 6. Rooms over audiences. Everybody online is trying to build an audience. Wealthy families are trying to build a room. There's a difference. An audience is passive. It watches you. It scrolls past you. A room is active. 5 or 6 people who show up, know each other, share opportunities, warn each other about disasters, and quietly compound over decades. One room can change your entire trajectory. 100,000 followers will not. Scaled down for you. One dinner with 3 ambitious guys is worth 100 hours on social media. Text somebody today. Set the dinner. Show up. Do that once a month for a year, and your life is unrecognizable. Not because of who they are, because of who you become around them. Rule 7, and this is the one most guys get wrong. Never one stream. Ultra-wealthy people, without exception, have multiple sources of income. Not because they need the money, because they know how fragile a single stream actually is. Even the guy who made it in one business, if he has any experience, has already built the second and third streams around it. That's the tell of somebody who has been rich long enough to have seen the first stream almost disappear at least once. Scaled down for you. Your job is one stream. That is a fragile position, and you know it. Build the seed of the second stream this week. 1 hour of a side skill, one small project, one asset that pays you $10 a month. $10. The number doesn't matter. The proof of a second stream existing matters. So look, here's what all 7 rules have in common, and why almost nobody actually runs them. Every single one of them is boring. Boring to talk about, boring to do, boring to live. Owning an index fund for 20 years is boring. Keeping your credit card at 0 is boring. Being invisible is boring. Thinking about 30 years from now, when everyone else is watching a highlight reel from last night, is boring. The rules aren't secret because someone is hiding them from you. They are secret because they are boring. And boring is the only real moat that ever holds up over a long enough timeline. The loud version of wealth gets sold to you constantly because it moves product. The quiet version doesn't sell, so nobody sells it. Pick one rule this week. Scale it down Run it for 7 days. Come back next week and pick a second. In a year, you are playing a completely different game than the guys you were competing against on your phone. If this one hit, subscribe. I put one of these out every week.